Jill Dando was assassinated on the 26th of April, 1999. She was shot outside her home in Fulham, southwest London, prompting Britain's largest criminal investigation since the hunt of the Yorkshire Ripper, yet her murder remains unsolved. The murder of the journalist shocked the nation not only because Dando was deeply loved by everyone, but also because shootings are extremely rare in the UK. Jill Dando was born on the 9th of November 1961 in Weston-super-Mare, Somerset. At the age of 3, doctors discovered that she had a hole in her heart, and in 1965 she underwent heart surgery to correct it. Despite experiencing such a terrifying situation, she excelled in everything she put her mind to. At the beginning of her career, she worked as a trainee reporter for a local newspaper named the Western Mercury, where her brother and father also worked. Her determined nature saw her become a newsreader for BBC Radio Devon in 1985. Jill's switch to the prominent BBC News sparked nationwide attention. She quickly became a fan favourite because of her bubbly personality and witty comments. Jill began hosting Crime Watch UK in 1996, attracting more notice. Her success didn't stop there. She went on to win the BBC's Personality of the Year honour just 2 years before her passing. Even Jill's personal life caught the public's attention. Dando began dating Bob Wheaton around 1986, but after 7 years they split up in 1996. Shortly after, Jill met her fiancé, Alan Farthing, through a mutual friend who set up a blind date for the pair. The couple got engaged in January 1999, having plans to get married in December that year. The day of the murder. Jill had returned home to run some errands after spending the night at her fiancé's house, but as she walked towards her front door, a gun was pressed against the back of her head, and the killer cold-heartedly shot her, execution style, ending her life with a single bullet. Jill was murdered around 11:32 a.m., but her body was not discovered until 15 minutes later by her neighbour. Her death sent the whole nation into grieving, with Prime Minister Tony Blair and Queen Elizabeth II both issuing statements of their grief. Dando's death sparked the largest criminal investigation since the search for the Yorkshire Ripper, involving 2,400 statements, 1,200 car tracings and over 2,000 potential suspects. Despite the lack of witnesses to the crime, there was a large amount of theories, tips and leads and speculation. The first suspects were from Dando's intimate relationships: Bob Wheaton, Simon Basil and Arthur Farthing. A Russian crime lord was also questioned as rumours circulated that he had ordered Dando's killing after she rejected his advances. These leads led nowhere, and all men were cleared. The first major story that hit the tabloids was that Dando was murdered by a Serbian hitman. The police were not quick to dismiss this claim, as the single shot to the head resembled the work of a professional. There were more theories along the years: a random killing, a robbery gone wrong, and an obsessed stalker. In May 2000, the police believed they had found Dando's killer, Barry George. When the police stormed George's house, they found 2,248 pictures of women, taken without their permission, and magazines with Dando on the front page. Despite the incriminating evidence, George claimed he did not know who Dando was. In July 2001, George was charged with the murder of Jill Dando and sentenced to life in prison because of one key piece of evidence: a small particle of gunshot residue found in his pocket that police alleged came from the murder weapon. However, in August 2008, George was acquitted on the grounds that the particle was too small to be used as evidence. To this day, Dando's murderer has not been found. Her brother, Nigel Dando, hopes the new Netflix documentary will renew efforts to find his sister's killer.